What is up, guys? Quick Guest Us here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. On today's episode, we are going to do a simple tutorials on how to plot in AutoCAD. Now, when we say plotting simply refers to the process of creating or printing a hard copy of your design. So, printing or creating a hard copy of your design simply means converting your design like an image form like this or your model into a printable PDF. Yes. So before we can start plotting, you have to first have your design, and there is a wooden cutting machine designed by one of my colleagues in school. So let me first hide this top so that you can see the interior of this design. Let me hide this object. All right, so there's a cutting machine and everything you need to know. So I'll be dropping a YouTube video on how to create this amazing design and how to go about it. Okay, so let's go straight to the point. And before we continue, make sure you hit on the like button, make sure you hit on the subscription button, and share this to your friends. This is what we basically do here. We talk about anything engineering, and we basically focus on CAD, that is computer aided design. So to get things started, you first have to go to your plotting area, and there's what we want to plot. So you first come to my top left corner, and you see this icon, like a printer icon over here. You click on it like this, a pop-up menu will appear, and this is basically the default setting of what we are going to do. All right, so first you will see the page setup. We have the printer or plotter, we have the paper size, which we'll come to later, we'll talk about later. You have the plot area, you have the plot offset, that is basically tuning the origin or setting the printable area. All right, so we'll come to this area, we'll come to the plot scale, and this is basically the preview of whatever you'll be doing behind this pop-up menu. That is the preview of what actually, or the output of whatever you do over here, the setting you apply over here. This is basically the preview or the output of whatever I'm going to get. And there's the plot style table, and there's the shaded view port option. You have the plot options, you have the drawing orientation. And with the orientation, we all know we have the portrait, the landscape, and the plot upside down. All right, so let us first talk about the plot setup, which with these settings, you are going to leave it as none, and as default, you are going to leave it as the default. And with the printer or plotter, now we said plot is actually what printing out your 3D model. So basically, you need to select a printer so that we can print out. But basically, I don't have a printer over here. So I'm basically going to convert a DWG file to a PDF. That's basically my 3D model to a PDF so that I can literally print it out anytime I want. DWG to PDF, I'll select this one. Now a lot of options will come. We select the properties, we leave the properties as default. Now let me exit this, and you come to the paper size. With the paper size, we have a whole lot of paper size over here, but the paper size we are going to use is basically the A4 sheet paper. Now we have the A1, the A2. It depends on whatever project you are working on. Maybe you might be working on a building drawing and you want to plot, and you could basically go in for the A3 or the A2 paper size. But basically, let me select the ISO paper size. I'll select this one, the ISO A4 210 by 297 I'll select this side, and this preview will change so that to know what you are doing. So this preview will change. I'll select. So I'm done with the paper size, and now what to plot. So what to plot is basically telling you what do you want to plot on your screen, right? And we want to plot our model. Okay, so we can basically select this display, which means we are going to plot all this side, all this display, all this side. I'm going to plot everything over here, which we don't need. We want to crop out the 3D model we want to plot. All right, so I'll basically come to the window, and I'll select a window I want to plot. The moment I click on window, a pop-up menu will exit, and now I'll get this toggle over here, this mouse pointer over here. I can change the orientation of my 3D model over here. So let me do it like this. I'll just maintain this form. So from this corner, I'll click it and hold it. You left click or right click and hold, and drag your mouse pointer downwards, right? See where my mouse pointer is now. So I'll drag it here and just leave it. Just click on it. Now my area or window has been selected, and this is the preview of my window, and the shaded portion is actually my selection. Right, so there is the paper size and there is a shaded portion. Okay, so now you can see that there is a misalignment over here, and the shaded portion is actually, it has actually shifted to the left side but not at the center. So what I want to do now is I want to focus and center my shaded portion, or my model, or my window which I selected. Right, I want to center it on the A4 sheet. So what I'll do is I'll just select center the plot, which the system will automatically shift the selected area to the center of the sheet for me. All right, so I'm done with this part. Also, now we'll come to the plot style table. This one we will leave it as default, that's none, and we will come to the shaded viewport, and this is the most important thing. So shaded plots as displayed, I don't want it as displayed. The reason why I don't want it as displayed is because I don't want it to look like a realistic form. That's, I would like to change the visual styles. Right, there's the visual styles, I would like to change it, and already it is set to realistic, which I can basically change over here. So I'll come to the shaded plot as displayed, I'll change it to hidden. Right, you can select the heading, you can select the x-ray, the wireframe, the sketchy, whatever style you want to, visual style you want to select, but I'll go with the heading because I just want to see the hidden lines over there. All right, so with this option 2, I'll leave it like that, and because I'll basically achieve what I want to achieve without touching any of these options. And with this option is also very important. Assuming I want to plot in a portrait form, I'll just select this portrait. But remember, not the paper will change into a portrait form, but your selected window will rather change to your to the portrait form, or a landscape form. Right, so this is basically how it looks when I select the portrait form, and this is not what I want to achieve. So I'll just select the landscape format so that I'll get it straight aligned with the paper type I selected. Because with this ISO A4, you can basically interchange it and select ISO A4 297 by 210. That is where you are going to get the landscape format of the A4 sheet you are selecting. So I'm done with everything. I can apply my layout over here, so that basically when I want to do a plot again in the same model, or with different angles, I'll not bother to select any new settings. I'll just maintain the settings. So basically the apply layout basically maintain the settings till you are done with your plotting. Right, so I'll just either select, but for the purpose of this illustration I'll just leave it like that, and I'll select okay. So now basically they are asking me where to save my my PDF file. So I would like to save it to the desktop. Now I'll select the desktop like this. See, I can rename it. You can rename it to whatever, and there's a file type. It's a PDF type. Now I've selected desktop, so I'll just click on save, and it will process depending on the type of laptop you use. And basically there's the outcome of my plot. All right, there's the outcome of my plot. AutoCAD software. So let me open my AutoCAD software. Now, because this was in a rendering environment, I would have to turn the background off just to give us the exact look or the exact color as the A4 sheet paper. So what I'll do is I'll come to the rendering environment and turn that off. Yes, now it is off for now. So now I can change it, or basically I can even change the color to can even change the color to color white, so that we can have that look we want. So I'll select the solid color, I'll select none, and click on apply, and I'll turn this off. Now we have the default AutoCAD look, and now let me quickly do the plotting again, just to get rid of the blue background we had in our previous plot. So I'll go with the same formula or formats. This size is okay. Let me center the plots. I'll just leave this as hidden over here. Press OK and save the changes. Now let me rename this file to 11 cuts, so that we can distinguish the difference between the two. Okay, so basically this is what we wanted to achieve, and we have been able to get rid of the blue background we saw in the previous plot, which is not wrong though, but we wanted it to look this way, and I think we've done an amazing job. So guys, follow me for more. This is what we do here. You could get us here, like, share, and subscribe. Catch you guys.